Welcome
to LeagueCast. Let's go.
Intriguing.
Immediately.
It's my pleasure.
Without delay.
Hello and welcome to LeagueCast episode 209. It's the 7th of January, and my name is Christopher Puner. And with me this week, I'm joined by the one, the only, the only other person on this episode with me right now, Nick the King Cooper.
Hey, that's me.
What's up? What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much. I'm here in my home, Skyping with the other host of the show.
Hey,
Christopher Puner.
it's me. Our co-host, our friend, our Canadian. He is doing something. He's doing something that he can't be here. But it's Thursday, and it's around 7 o'clock. So we're recording.
Close enough.
It's 7:15. It's fine. Whatever. Yeah. So we're here, and we're gonna do a show, kind of old school, just him and me. Duking it out. A little bit of literary geniuses that we are, I suppose. Right?
Yeah, fact.
Absolutely, it's true. We've won awards for nothing. So, hey, before we get started, welcome to the show. Thanks for making this part of your week and stuff. Secondly, by the time this episode is up, the new website will be live. So, if you want to go check it out, check it out, go to WarFinch.com. and check out all the new stuff. There's bits and pieces that aren't finished, but all the main things that you need to see, that, the main functionality is there. And so is our brand new podcast, Space Police, which we just finished recording yesterday, which I just finished editing a couple hours ago. So it's good. It'll be great. It's kind of like a new thing. So go check it out and, pee on it or something and make it your own in some way, I suppose. Maybe don't do that. You might break your computer because it is just a browser window. So don't pee on it. Yep.
Hey man, everyone's into different stuff.
So, sorry. The new website is going up, and also the Patreon has been redone at this point in time as well. So go check that out as well. I'll remind you guys of the specific ways to go there and check that stuff out at the end of the show. Like always, just wanted to give you a quick reminder so I didn't forget at the beginning. But anyway, Nick Cooper.
Chris Puner.
How did your week go?
My week is pretty good. After our biannual shutdown for the plant that I work at, not we, happened last week. So I'm coming off 10 days?
Something like that?
10 days off, something like that.
10?
It was pretty great. But now it's back to work, and it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to go back,
That's why I don't go back. I actually refuse to walk backwards. If I need to go behind me, I turn around and walk forward.
Interesting.
It affords a lot more control visually, spatially. You can put my hands in front of me instead of behind me because they're not meant to do that. Just in front, really. I'm
saying.
Doing it on the Skype call. Nobody can see, but I'm waving my arms
And he's
around.
messing his webcam up real hard.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to punch this little bitch in the face. What else did you do?
Aside from that, I've been playing a lot of League of Legends.
That's
Been playing a lot of AD carry. I think that's what I'm going to try to main this season. And some Rocket League. Been playing a lot of Rocket League.
Oh, yeah. Rocket League's dope.
Yeah,
That's
it's a good game.
I love that game.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, are you prepared for the new ranked season?
I am prepared. I'm ready, willing, and able to grind as hard as I can.
Do we know when that's happening?
No.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely
that's where I
no
was
idea.
going with that. That's where I was going with that.
No idea. But
okay.
Hopefully soon. LCS is starting in
Next
2
week.
days.
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, that's really exciting. This weekend, I suppose. You can't even really say next week. It's this weekend. Shit.
And we'll be talking about that later in the show.
We will be. I'm sorry. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves or anything like that.
How was your week, Chris?
My week, thanks for asking, Nick.
You're welcome.
Week was fine. It was all right. It's pretty good as far as weeks go. started up Space Police, which was a long time in the making. Been kind of like cramming all my shit together, trying to get the website put together and stuff like that. I probably should have asked people for help, especially considering Nick has offered to help me like 8 times. I just keep forgetting. And then every single time I remember to do something, I just kind of sit down and do it. And so it's just been bits and pieces of me being an idiot, I suppose. But it is happening. Thank the gods. And I got played a lot of Destiny, did a lot of raiding and stuff like that. I played, I think, 1 or 2 games of League, which means I have to play like 3 more by the end of this week if I want to stick with my League resolution for the year. Pardon me. I downloaded a new game on my phone. I've been playing a new mobile game, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Star Command. Have you heard of this game?
I have not heard of Star Command.
Co-host of Space Police, Sky, turned me on to it. It's a $3 some odd game. And I was like, I'm not going to spend $3 on a game for a phone. That sounds stupid. Why would I do that?
That's ridiculous.
I fucking did it. It was great. It's like a sprite top-down view of you controlling like a spaceship, and it has a whole bunch of rooms in it, and you move the people around, and you take your spaceship to different planets and do different missions, and then like zombies came onto my ship, and I had to like move all the astronauts around, and so they wouldn't get hit by zombies, and they used their guns and they shot them, and the zombies died. And you can like hire people when you go to Earth, when you take your ship to Earth and stuff. It's really exciting. And so I've been trying to find people that look like my friends and name them. And actually, Nick, you're one of them.
Yeah?
Like, you're the only dude in the engine room on the other side of the ship, away from everybody else.
Oh, that's asking for trouble.
I just like imagine though. I was like, well, what would all these different people want to do? So like a couple of my coworkers that are like, you know, more aggressive, I put them in charge of like the laser guns and stuff like that. And then, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. It was you for a while, and then I hired another person that looks like my other coworker, Mark, and so I put him in there, and so you and I are the only 2 people on the bridge. On the bridge. We're co-piloting the ship right now.
That's a better spot anyway.
That's a better spot.
No one on the bridge ever dies.
Yeah,
Fact.
it's that. Do they not?
I don't know.
Because
I feel like they don't.
Because when you get in firefights, they shoot bullets at you, and then when the when the bullets hit your ship, tiles catch on fire. And the first firefight I got into, they shot something straight into the middle of the bridge, and the whole thing caught on fire. And so I didn't know how to put them out. You have to like assign people as engineers and move them in there, and like they get down there with welding torches and put out fires. That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, they put out fires with torches?
With welding torches. This is how video games work. Are you new here or something? Come on.
Yeah, sorry.
And I didn't know how to put them out, so it just kept spreading from the bridge until the bridge was completely covered in fucking fire, and I had everybody just hiding in the laser gun room. Like, this is all I need anyway. The engines are dead, the bridge is dead, but as long as I have my gun, we should be good. But yeah, no, I figured it out. Got myself out of that one. What a close encounter that was. Yeah, so Destiny Star Command, it's called Space Command, Star Command. Been working a whole lot this week. Lots of emergencies at like stores recently around me, so I'm the person that has open availability. So who are you gonna call? Chris Puner. And I show up and I help. So it's been fun. It's been really, really fun. I've also been continuing my marathon training, which has been really great. I think I'm down total 30 pounds from my absolute peak. 20 from my last like level weight that I was at that I wasn't happy with, which was 260. So now I'm 240, which is good actually for my height. 6'3". My BMI is still on the high end, but apparently it's good. And thanks Fitbit, you've been a real pal, been a real buddy. And Nick Cooper over here is actually starting his marathon training as well.
Yeah, but I'm still in the baby phase.
It's okay.
Yeah,
that's all right. You'll get there. And then we'll go on long runs together, and we'll both hate our lives at the same time.
Yeah, and then we'll go on a really long run and hate our lives.
Eventually, that's the plan. Yeah. So yeah, that's my life right now. Just running and podcasting, and website making, and Destiny and shit like that. And then this is where we would ask Aiden what's going on in his life. And I mean, I can tell you the bits and pieces that I know. He's started school again. He locked his keys in his car his first day. And that's it. I mean, I suppose that's really all he would say. Anyway, he'd probably make it sound like a really interesting story, but I can't imagine that it is.
And then he'd say, "Oh, I play League because of the LeagueCast podcast."
That is what he would say. AGDQ started. Nick,
did.
You've been watching some of that, haven't you?
They just hit $500,000 donation.
Oh, dope.
In about a week. So
that's awesome.
It is really cool.
All right. Well, anyway, enough not League things. Let's talk about League things with the rising news, huh?
Yeah. So the 2016 login theme is out, and it's really, really cool.
Yes, it is.
It's less techno or rock than any of the most recent ones, I feel, but it's good.
Yeah, it's more just like orchestral.
Back to their roots, you know? Back to their roots.
Yeah, like what you'd expect from a high fantasy video game.
Yeah, kind of like a login theme.
Yeah. Hey man, I think that's what they were going for. I think they nailed it
too.
On the nose. Good job, right? Good job.
We had some drama with Gosu. Hi, I'm Gosu, the streamer. He said on a stream that he was super depressed and suicidal and was planning on killing himself, but
really,
it appears that that's been taken care of, but his channel's been taken down. I'm not sure that it's back up yet as of January 7th, but yeah, so
that's a shame. I didn't know that was going on. I thought
no
things
one
were going
did.
well for him.
No one did, apparently. So, but he said he's not gonna do any harm to himself or anything like that. So
people don't need to worry.
Yeah.
So he's still been active like on Twitter and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yes. But I think he's streaming a lot less, or if at all. I don't know if his channel's back up.
Right.
And then we had new champion teasers, Deadeye, or what everyone's calling Deadeye, or Jin. It's a short little video of so the pictures. I saw an interesting theory. The pictures that came out last week of Vi, Garen, Sona, and Zed were all like, they looked great, right? Like pretty beautiful. Well, in this video, it's actually just, you know, like the actual scene of the like the murders, and they're like gruesome, bloody, gory, all that stuff. But to this champion, they look beautiful. Right. So it's I really like this idea. And one of the rioters commented, and who has been following it and has been saying this is a good idea. So this might be it, but we might be looking like at a Shaco type champion who, you know,
a little deranged.
Yeah, a little bit. It's
okay.
Exciting. We haven't had one in a long time.
Yeah, it's just been since Jinx.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Tom Kench could you probably say he's sociopathic.
Maybe, but
yeah,
maybe.
You know you can. No, you definitely can. Yeah.
Yeah, but and then LCS started. I don't know when we want to talk about this, but right now seems like a good. Yeah, no, now's a great time. No, it is. All right. Yeah. Perfect. So it's going to be a lot of talking. So let's bog down and power through this. So first up, it's going to be TSM versus CLG in NA. TSM's lineup is Haunter in the top lane, Svenskar in jungle, Bjergsen mid, double lift AD carry. Oh, it hurts to say that. Yellow Star support. I love that he's playing CLG in his first game. Oh man. We're just going to tackle this problem head on for you, man. Exactly. It's like no beating around the bush. You're just throwing me straight into the fire. And in CLG, Darshan top lane. He's changed his name from Zion to Darshan. Okay. Xsmithy in the jungle. Huhi replacing Pobelter in the mid lane. Stixay, AD carry, and Afromu in the support role. Okay. Next up, we have Cloud9 versus the Immortals. Balls, Rush, Jensen. Incarnation has changed his name to Jensen. Sneaky, High, all for Cloud9. I don't understand why they kept High out of all those people. Because High is the best shot caller in North America. No, I know. It was just surprising to me that the amount of news that was surrounding them. Like now that all the dust had settled, I was convinced that he was also going to jump ship in some way. I thought so too, but
or at least go to coaching or something like that.
like watching Cloud9 in the first half of the split versus the second half, they were two different teams with and without High.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we have actually one of my favorite looking teams, Huni, Reignover, Pobelter, Wild Turtle, and Adrian.
Oh man.
In the Immortals lineup. They're gonna look pretty good. Let's see. Team Dignitas, Smitty J, Kiri, Shifter, Apollo, and Kiwi Kid for Dignitas. And for NRG Esports, Impact, Moon, Ganked by Mom, Altec, and Conquan.
Ganked my mom.
He's actually one of the best junglers in the world.
That's incredible.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great. For Renegades, we have Legendary, RF Legendary, Crumbs, Alex Itch, Freeze, and Remy. For Renegades, that's it. And Team Liquid, Lurlo, I Will Dominate, Phoenix, Piglet, and Smoothie. Fabby is one of the subs. It's gonna be pretty weird if he has to go in. For Echo Fox, I don't know this. Oh boy. For Echo Fox, you have KFO, Hard, Frogin, Keith McBrief, and
What?
Big.
What?
Yeah,
What?
Froggin's in NA, boys.
Welcome to the scene, buddy. You're gonna be really frustrated.
For Team Impulse, we have Fang, Proxin, Pyrian, Mash, and Gate. And that's it for NA in the lineups. It's going to be TSM versus CLG, Game 1, Day 1, C9 Immortals, Dignitas NRG, Renegades Team Liquid, Echo Fox Team Impulse. On Day 2, Renegades NRG, Dignitas CLG, TSM Team Liquid, Echo Fox Cloud9, and Immortals versus Team Impulse.
Okay.
Halfway done.
Oh boy.
All right, EU. This is a mouthful. Our first game is going to be Fnatic and Origin. The lineup for Fnatic is going to be Gamsu, Spirit, Febivin, Reckless, and Noxiac. Oh, Noxiac looks like a thug. Oh, man. Look at this. Well, I'm going to link it to Chris so you can look at this.
Okay.
And for Origin, it's Soaz, Amazing, Power Vival, Sven, and Miffy.
Noxiac
Yeah.
has dabbled in the EU LCS for some time. It's the first sentence.
You know what his picture reminds me of?
Huh.
Do you remember those Key and Peele skits?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like the college
The
football
football
ones.
ones. Yeah, the college football
he looks
ones.
and he looks a little bit like Keel. Like
Oh yeah,
A
like
little bit.
oh, what is it? Michael Key?
yes.
Yes.
He looks just like
yeah, a
Michael
little
Key.
bit. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Just the disinterested face just staring at it. It's perfect. I'm sorry. Keep going. I don't mean to obsess
No,
over
that's
this.
fine. It's
I
pretty great.
bet we'll come back to this at some
We
point in
will,
time
for
during this,
sure.
but we have to.
For sure, Brit. All right. For elements, we have Steve, Gilius, Ika, Mr. Raleigh, and Spraddle. Spraddle's got a sick fucking mullet going on. Oh, that's Promise Q's picture. Okay. For Unicorns of G2 Esports, we have Kikis, Trick, Perks, Emperor, and Hybrid. For H2K, we have Otawamne, Jankos, Ryu, Forgiven, and Vander. For Giants Gaming, we have Adam, Koyu, X Peppy, Adrian, or Adri, Godfred. Oh man, they have hard names to pronounce.
Power through it, man.
For Splice, we have Wonderwear, Trashy, Sencux, Kobe,
What?
and Nisbeth. Not the real Kobe, not the real Kobe.
Oh, okay. All right.
Or the fake Kobe.
I was like,
Kobe
I mean,
Bryant.
I know we're getting into, like sports people getting these sports teams, but I
Not
don't think
Kobe
Kobe
Bryant.
needs to play.
Not Kobe Bryant.
We got Tiger playing too.
Soon. Unicorns of Love, we have Vizichachi, Gilius, Fox, Steelback, and Hillisang. And for Vitality, Team Vitality, we have Cabo Shard, Shook, Nukeduk, Hjarnin, and Kasing. And Rokat, we have Freddy122, Airwalks, Betsy, Saphir, and Edward. And our EU schedule is Fnatic versus Origin, Elements versus G2, H2K versus Giants, Splice versus Unicorns of Love, Vitality versus Rocket. Giants, on day 2, it's going to be Giants Gaming versus Unicorns of Love, Splice versus Elements, Vitality versus Fnatic, H2K versus Origin, G2 versus Rocket, and that's it.
Man,
Whew.
It's gonna be interesting. I don't. We should do predictions.
You want to?
Yeah, I feel
We'll predict
doing-
NA. We'll predict NA.
Yeah, we should do it for NA. I just feel we're gonna get we have to wait for Aiden because that we'll get ahead of him in points, so we should wait for him next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's wait.
As is LeagueCast tradition, we always miss week one. Week one
Do we?
predictions. Every single year we have
it's
missed
fine.
week one predictions.
That's fine. I mean, now we have to now that you mentioned it. I mean, I was kind of thinking maybe I'll call him. I mean, maybe not call him because Canada. Maybe I'll text him and be like, "Hey, what are your predictions we did in for the show before the?" But now I'm less motivated to make that happen.
Well, all right. So this is actually a good time to mention this. Most of the time, it's been because our LCS show is separate from our LeagueCast show.
right,
But and correct me if I'm wrong, we are going to be combining the two,
we're combining them.
and we're going to be talking about the LCS on LeagueCast.
Yes, we will be.
To kind
It'll
of
be
cut
kind of
down
a
the clutter.
condensed version of the LCS show. We're not going to go play by play for every single match and stuff like that. Kind of like a more broad overview sort of stuff. And then we'll let you guys know like where in the show it's happening and stuff like that. So if you don't care as much, you can kind of brush over it. But it's going to be there.
Yes, and
whether you
I'm
like it or
sure I'm sure if we come across games we needed to watch this game. This
Yeah.
is game of the century. We'll
Yes.
talk about that super in depth.
Oh, we would anyway.
Versus something like TSM versus I don't
CLG.
even know, XDG. Fuck you, Chris. Fuck you, Chris.
I'm just going to talk about every Team Liquid game ever.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, so I think that's it for the Rising News and LCS.
Alrighty. So you know what that means.
What does it mean, Chris?
It means it's time for the champion spotlight, and this week, I'm just reading from what I see here on the docs.
Say it, all right, as fast as you can.
Heimerdinger, Donger, Slinger, Slunger, the singer, and bringer of memes.
Oh, nice.
That wasn't so bad.
That was pretty good.
I'm half a beer in. That's why. I'm gonna
slow down
that.
the alcohol.
Want me to slow that down so people can actually hear what Aiden
Yes.
wrote?
Yeah.
Heimerdinger, Donger, Slinger, Slonger, the singer, and bringer o memes.
Nice.
Put a feather in his cap and called it macaroni.
Dang.
Look at this feather in my hat. Aren't I stylish? Shit. Oh my god. No. So Heimerdinger is a guy. Heimerdinger, the
Yep.
revered inventor. He's got a little bit of a story going on, and it's really weird to like look at his stuff because there's a bunch of timestamps in it. Like very strange. Because it's a journal entry. From the Journal of Professor Cecil B. Heimerdinger, 1014, 915. And this is in military time, so that's AM. Current meteorological conditions in Bandle City seem optimal. So he's from Bandle City. Atmospheric pressure is ideal for today's experiments. Running a fifth trial for my... Oh my god, this entire journal is filled with words I can't... Running a fifth trial for my Tridyminia mobulator this afternoon. Some fine-tuning is required. Singed my mustache. Oh, rip. Need to adjust the energy throughput. 1600. That word is still not maintaining intended proper energy efficiency. He's lots of exclamation points. He's just really excited about writing these journal entries. Necessary to run more numbers. In the meantime, I have found something else that's very intriguing. While returning home after today's tests, I passed a gaggle of young yordles throwing a spherical projectile at each other. It's a simple enough concept. Throw the object at someone, catch it, throw it to another yordle, repeat. This is how I feel about sports. But yordle miscalculations result in several errors. They throw with inconsistent accuracy and force, and the, quote, ball, quote, as they refer to it, is frequently dropped. There are many ways for this process to be improved. According to my calculations and after collecting data from the participants, if the pitching was consistent in both speed and arc, there would be a 44.57% increase to fun! Exclamation point. I need to ponder this for the evening. All right, y'all need to go read this. It's about him making a ball pitcher and then talking about a giant that's in town. And then that's pretty much it. And apparently, these kids get a hold of his pitching machine and cause a lot of havoc. Go read this. I'm not going to read this for you. Just go read it. Pretty much, he's an inventor. He doesn't have like a really interesting backstory or anything. He's just extremely smart and just kind of like the Albert Einstein of Heimerdinger. I mean, Yordles. And he has a German accent and a whole bunch of stuff. It's really quite funny, actually. But anyway, ability reader. Abilities must be read.
Hey, that's me.
That
All
is
right.
you.
He also has some interesting ability names. Tech mature matrical?
Techmaturgical?
Turgical. Oh, okay, that's it. Repair bots. Heimerdinger gives nearby allied turrets and champions increased health regen.
Yes.
His Q is called H28G Evolution Turret.
Ooh.
Heimerdinger lays down a rapid-fire cannon turret equipped with a secondary pass-through beam attack, and it deals half damage to turrets. His W is called Hextech Micro Rockets. Heimerdinger fires long-range rockets that converge on his cursor. His E is called CH2 Electron Storm Grenade. He lobs a grenade at a location, dealing damage to enemy units, as well as sending anyone directly hit and slowing surrounding units. And his ultimate is called Upgrade. Heimerdinger invents an upgrade, causing his next spell to have increased effects.
And it does different things to different stuff. So for turrets, it's a bigger turret. For Rocket Swarm, it's more waves of rockets. It's 4 instead of just 1. Does a lot of damage. For the Lightning Grade, it bounces up to 3 times.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. He's a very interesting character. Let's talk about what role this guy plays. Where are we playing this seemingly strange character?
Midlan.
You're playing him in the mid-laner as an AP or an AD champion.
AP ability.
Absolutely. You have... There's no argument there. When we're talking about skill order, though, because like the way that we were describing his skills don't necessarily like kind of imply one thing or the other. Like, it's not clear what you should be maxing first. I know that some people don't max their Q first. They max their rockets first. I know people don't max his grenade first, but it's supposed to be between his Q and W, correct?
Yes.
All right. So what do you think the benefits and what are the benefits to maxing one over the other?
All right, so W does more damage, like does more burst damage.
Yep.
If you max Q, it will do more, sustained damage. You can recharge turrets faster, and you can store more turrets. So I like to max Q first, just so you can pop those suckers down real quick, like.
Yes. Okay. I really enjoy playing with the turrets and stuff like that. I'm not smart enough to figure out strategically where I need to place them, because I play with a lot of Heimerdingers that are really good at like placing down turrets in places and getting me to chase them into the jungle or into a bush, and there's like 3 turrets there and I just get destroyed. I'm more of kind of like a simple strategy sort of guy, so like I usually almost always go for rockets whenever I'm playing Heimerdinger, just because it's a very simple cast spell that you know what's going to happen when you do it.
Yeah.
Whereas with the turrets, it takes a little bit more strategy. All right, cool. What are you building on this character?
Actually, I played him earlier today. I like building Frost Queen's Claim. I can't talk. Boots of Lucidity, Morellonomicon. That'll get you capped out at 45% if you put the 5 in the mastery tree.
Mm-hmm.
And then just basic AP. I like Riley's. Yeah, Deathcap, Void Staff, Zonia. Zonia's is pretty core on him. Luden's, I imagine, would be pretty good. And fun fact, his rockets will actually proc Thunderlords by themselves if you hit 1-1. Yes.
Okay.
So
there you go.
Go Thunderlords.
Okay. Go Thunderlords. Go Team Thunderlord. Strengths and weaknesses to Mr. Heimerdinger. Where is he? Like, what does he do well, and what does he suck at?
He's really good if he fights in his turrets. His
Yes.
weaknesses are if he fights outside of his turrets.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but you'd be surprised at how complicated and interesting
It is
can actually
very
get.
yes.
Yes.
If you're ganking a Heimerdinger, smite a turret. So
He's a heavily nuanced character.
yes.
But yeah, smiting turrets. That's a really good tip. Not a lot of people think about stuff like that.
This is a good tip.
That's a good tip. He's also really fucking squishy most of the time.
Yes, that's why Zonia's is core.
Right. So you can cast a bunch of shit and then stand there and like just wait for your teammates to catch up. Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah.
So what are your final thoughts, Mr. Hammerding, before we leave him in the dust forever, as it were?
Heimerdinger is pretty good. He is hard to play against certain matchups who just shit on his turrets. But aside from that, I like him. He's pretty fun.
Well, would you recommend him to like a newer player or like a more seasoned player? Or...
Yeah, both newer players can pick him up. You kind of just sit there and walk around and let your two turrets do most of the work. It is kind of hard to last hit. You're gonna shove the lane because your turrets just auto attack. You
yeah, almost guaranteed.
Yeah, but that's not such a bad thing in lower levels of play as long as you are careful about getting ganked.
Right. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You always forget. Best skin.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Every single week.
Maybe it's because it's not on the dock. My favorite skin for Heimerdinger is
it's on the dock now.
Huh?
It's on the dock now.
Piltover Customs.
Really?
I really like that one. I don't like the other ones. I
really like Blast Zone.
Do you?
I think it's funny, yeah.
It's funny, yeah, in concept. I just don't like the way that it looks. It just feels dirty. I don't know.
You feel dirty.
You mean we had dinner together today, but we both used forks for our Buffalo Wild Wings, so you know that's not true. All right, cool. Well, now, are you satisfied? Can we move on now?
I'm adequately satisfied.
Okay, so this is where Aiden would be like, "Oh, it's gonna be my turn for Roundtable. Welcome to Roundtable." Except he's not here, so it's time for Roundtable. Welcome to Roundtable. I'm not Aiden. Last week's question was, what is your goal for 2016 in League of Legends, and how do you plan to accomplish it? We got a couple of responses on Facebook, and I think one or two on Twitter. So, from Nathaniel, on Facebook, my goal is to be gold. I'm currently bronze 1, climb from B5. I plan to achieve this by playing with higher elo players and learning from things they do. My current play group is all silver and golds. Best of luck to you, that's a great idea. Tom says, start playing League of Legends again. FAFSA, don't fail me now. I don't know what that's really getting at. I think, isn't FAFSA like an financial aid for...
Yeah.
All right.
For students.
For college.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. All right. Kirk, if I don't reach gold this season, I'm quitting. I was silver in seasons 2 through 4 and bronze all of this last season, so I'm going to be focusing on more map awareness, using wards more effectively, and not putting myself in situations where I can die so frequently. Also, by playing champions more suited to carrying, like mage supports and assassin junglers. Good plan. Very solid. That's pretty much all the shit we say all the time. Do that. You'll be fine. John said 2 things. He posted a picture of Shia LaBeouf pointing at a recycling bin on a desktop. 1, pick related. 2, control panel. 3, profit, question mark. And then he posted it again. But in all seriousness, I'd like to hit gold. I think working on my map awareness and just playing Braum will get me there because Braum. Is Braum still considered OP right now?
Not OP. He's always going to be really good with his
he's just
with
really
his
strong.
Yeah, with his unbreakable. If you can block, like a Jinx ult or something like that, you can change the course of a game, really.
Right. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I don't really hear people talking about him very much, but he is strong. I've seen him, and
it's just like his kit's always going to lend himself to be strong.
Yeah, just the way
just
that
like
it is.
Thresh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Mike says, my goal is Challenger, and I'll get there simply by playing #Korean advice.
Nice.
Perfect. Dylan, to get to at least Silver 1, how I plan to achieve this is, first, get better internet. Second, 8 question marks, third, profit. That's a good joke. Nick Ford, gonna be working on achieving plat this season. I'm sure I'll be able to. Best of luck to you with that endeavor, sir. On the Twitters... from Andrew, my league goal would be to be a better in-game analyst. I'd try to watch more other regions and challenger scrims. And then from #BeatCincy, get to plat. Don't play troll picks like AP Shaco top. Oh, maybe that's a good idea. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life though, so it might just be fine. And then we did have one in the emails, didn't we?
No. We don't have one.
Oh, no, we do not. I'm sorry. No, that was for something else. All right, well, that's it for the responses. Thanks so much for responding, guys. This week's question is, now that preseason has been here for a while, what has been your favorite or least favorite change? This is kind of the bookend to the roundtable that we did a long time ago when preseason was first being talked about. We were asking you what change you were excited for when they were first proposing these ideas and telling us what the notes were going to be. So now that it's been out and now that you've played with preseason for a while, what is a change that you really like? Or what's your least favorite? One of the two.
All right. So my favorite is probably still the AD carry itemization. I feel like it's really well balanced to both spellcasters like Corki, Ezreal, Lucian, to auto attacking champions like Tristana, Vayne, more of the Caitlyn traditional AD carries. I feel like there's a really good balance between very high damage and utility for most of the items.
Okay, I would agree. That was actually going to be my answer.
Ooh.
But I'm not going to say it now because you did. So my other thing, this was actually kind of vying for my choice in my head, was everybody getting home guards at 20 minutes.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That is such a good change. It is so smart because everybody was buying home guards anyway. And so if you want the rest of your other types of boot types to stand out and be used and be exciting, except in these really weird one-off outlier situations, just factor out the common factor, give it to everybody at a certain point in time when it makes sense. And 20 minutes is a great time to do it. It speeds up the game, gives you a reminder of what time in the game it is. Like you have to literally pick up the pace if you want to get anywhere at 20 minutes. Like it works. It works in every setting.
Yeah, it's really good because it like helps the losing team like way more than it helps the winning team. Which is really nice because if you're losing, you're gonna make use of that home guard. Like it's gonna be valuable, and if you're winning, it doesn't really do much. You're still gonna have to walk all the way across the map. So it's a good way to kind of like bring the losing team a little bit closer without just dumping gold in their pockets.
Right? Yeah, it's a situational sort of buff. Like you still have to be smart when you're using it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's not just here's an item because you guys are behind. Not like that at all. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that change. I think they did a good job with that. So if you guys want to answer the roundtable question again, the roundtable question is, now that the preseason has been here for a while, what has been your favorite or least favorite change? If you want to answer that, you can send us an email to mail@LeagueCastPodcast.com, or you can answer the question when it's posted to both the Facebook and or the Twitter, and I will tell you in more detail what those specific things are at the end of the show. But before that, last but not least, it's time for Mail Fight, Nick Cooper.
Hey, so we actually have two. I forgot that we had a post on our Facebook page that someone asked us a question. So we'll read that first. It's from Wes Acock, and he says, why is Doublelift considered the best AD carry in North America? Sneaky is better in team fights mechanically and makes smarter choices. Sneaky is easily the most underrated player in North America. So... all right, this is my opinion. Obviously, it's not right, or maybe I think it's right, but it's not shared by everyone. But I think that the reason Doublelift is considered the best AD carry in North America is because he's kind of done the most with the least. His team has historically not been very good. I realize that this last split was kind of a an outlier.
Kind of a wash for him, yeah.
Yeah, where they kind of won the split and then decided that the team wasn't good enough and changed it. Yes. But statistically, he's been the best AD carry in North America. He's always leading, AD carries, if not the entire league, in kills, kill participation, CS, gold per minute, all the statistics that you really kind of want your AD carry to be leading. And he's done it since the start of the LCS, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he's still the leader in kills.
He might be.
Which I don't see changing.
Is that leader in kills based on an average per year? Because if it's not, then he has an unfair advantage. He's been there for a long time.
It's just total kills.
Oh, well, I mean, he's been there for a while.
Well, he's been there every split, but he still leads, he's still number one kills all time. So it's just he's consistent. He's consistently very, very good. He'll make mistakes every once in a while, and those mistakes are not little. He will rocket jump into 5 people to try to get the reset and doesn't get it.
I mean, but everybody makes mistakes like that.
Yes. That being said, I do think Sneaky is very, very close. Sneaky's fucking good at this game.
Sneaky's not bad. But I think more importantly, it's kind of like Double Lift sort of defined the whole Vayne carry sort of thing. When people were still figuring out what to do with certain characters, like when League meta was kind of a wild, wild west frontier, he defined the mainstays for like solo queue carry potential and demonstrated it in constructed 5v5 play, which is extremely difficult to do. So if there's anything else that's a testament to his skill, like statistics aside, the amount of hype that follows him everywhere he goes when he plays, because he's just a phenomenal player and a fantastic player, kind of like a show at the same time. That's, I don't know.
Yeah,
that speaks for itself.
I feel like a really good comparison would be Kobe Bryant. I mean, he's not the best in the game right now, but what he's done in the past is proof enough that he was the best at, the time he played. There was no player better than him.
Right.
So that's kind of what Double Lift did in North America. He's been at the top of his game for so long that now he's kind of earned the right to be the best AD carry in North America, and there's not much competition,
Right, I agree.
But that being said, the talent is quickly like rising up.
Yes.
So, yes. And then we have one more email from Moose. He says, "Hello, Moose here. He stumbled upon our podcast recently when he had to undertake a bitch of an 8-hour journey. First and foremost, thank you for making my journey seem like it was 10 minutes. You really entertained me and were actually incredibly insightful. I've learned a lot. I've now fanboyed everything. I can't read. Fanboyed you on everything, liked your Facebook, followed your Twitter, recommended it to a friend who also listens to it now, and I'm emailing you. Proper fanboy.
Thanks, Moose. We love you.
Anyway, I'm extremely new to League, and I started playing League in July 2015, so he hasn't been around for long. Since then, all he's done is main AD carry, Jinx being his main. However, he does love to chase and overextend, so he's recently moved on to Tristana, as I've got that disengage, run like a pussy move. I have played others, Lucian Graves. The reason I'm telling you this is because of your roundtable question.
Okay, gotcha.
From last week. Oh, I guess, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
His goal from last week for what's your goal for this year is he's finally reached level 30, and his goal for season 6 is to finally place him ranked and get his tier. He doesn't think he's much higher than bronze, but that's because he's often strong but makes stupid mistakes, like jumping into a team fight when none of his team are actually there, and taking on 4. So his goal for the year is to get his placement and try to work his way up.
That's the way to do it.
Yes. Coming off the roundtable question with regards to how I'm going to achievement comes his question. I've only mained AD carry. I need to main another lane/role. Can you help me from experience? What lane would you suggest is the next best for me to learn, and in particular, what champion?
Okay.
Thank you in advance. I appreciate any help or support you can give me. Best wishes and a happy new year, Moose.
Thanks, Moose. You're the Grest.
You're the Grest.
So, Grest is like a combination of greatest and best. All right, so what's the second role that he should main and or dip into if he mains AD carry? I think the answer is pretty obvious.
Jungle.
No, support. Definitely support.
Yeah, support.
Mid lane. No, I mean, if what you're doing is an AD carrier role, there's a couple of reasons why support is kind of the obvious choice as to why you want to focus on that next. First of all, it's completely contrary to the playstyle that you're used to doing. So it means you get to learn the other half of this game, because it's really aggressive and non-aggressive play, like and how it works. You can be an aggressive support player for sure, but you're not the one calling the shots in that lane in a lot of cases. Sometimes the AD carry is doing it, but not to say that there aren't supports that can also shot call. But like that's the other half of your equation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like in matchups that if you're playing with a really laid back AD carry and you're an aggressive support player, you know how to do it. And so like when you go back after learning how to play support and you are playing the AD carry and you're playing with a person that mains support, like you know what's going through their mind, you know what the capabilities are because you've literally been in their shoes. You know what to expect. So that's my suggestion. I don't know, Nick, do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I agree. Support is a really good next move, but if you're kind of like me, I don't enjoy playing support most of the time. If you don't, I just honestly mid lane, top lane, really any of the other roles are good to learn. Do we have let's each name one champion for every role to kind of
for him to learn on
that are strong and also not too terribly difficult?
Okay. Top lane Garen.
Okay, I'll say Renekton.
For top lane?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do jungle next. Jungle, I'd probably have to say
This one's kind of hard.
I was gonna say Sejuani, but that doesn't seem like a good choice. Warwick.
Yeah, oh, that's a good one. I'll say Rammus. If you just jump in there and taunt the AD carry, easiest win of your life.
There you go. Mid lane, Annie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say. Oh, this is tough. There's so many good ones.
Yeah, there are. Ari?
I'll say, yeah, Ari or Ziggs.
Yeah. Oh, Ziggs is a super good one. Yeah, that's really great.
I'll say Ziggs.
And then for support, I'd probably say Leona's really good because she kind of accentuates you making decisions. Like if you go in, you go in.
Leona is the support where you make the decisions, not your AD carry.
Yes.
Like there are some lanes like Nami. You know, Nami, the AD carry kind of decides when they want to fight.
You make suggestions with Nami.
Leona's
with
just
Leona,
like,
you make
no,
decisions.
we're fucking fighting now.
Yeah.
Where are you? I'm gonna say Thresh. I think Thresh will always be top tier, in the support rizzle, as they say.
Sure, man. I don't think they say that.
Nobody says that. He's already done AD carry, but do we have any suggestions for AD carry?
More AD carry. Caitlyn or Ezreal.
I'm gonna go Lucian. Lucian is so fun.
Lucian is pretty dope.
Or Tristana.
Yeah, we like all the AD carries.
Yeah, all of them are really good.
Yeah,
except for Ashe.
Ashe isn't
Graves.
bad.
Fuck Graves.
Oh, I love playing Graves.
I hate playing Graves.
If you guys want to know why I like Graves so much, go back and listen to 207. 207. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. Is there anything else?
That's it for Mailfight. Thanks for emailing us.
If people want to send us more emails, where can they do that?
Mail at LeagueCastPodcast.com.
He's right, you know. So here's the end of the show. Bop, ba, bop, bop. Here's all the things I promised I would specify at the end of the show, because that's where we are. You can visit our website at warfinch.com. You can follow us on Twitter at LeagueCast. If you'd like us on Facebook, please just look for LeagueCast Podcast on Facebook and such. You can join our public TeamSpeak server. You just download the TeamSpeak 3 client for free from their website. That's TeamSpeak. Like a team of people speaking with each other, because that's what this is. That's what it's like. So that's what it is. And then you just join the server. URL is ts.leaguecastpodcast.com. There's no password because it's public and open for you to use and hop in here and hang out with us. And we're in here daily, really. So hop in and just say hey. And support us on our newly improved Patreon page. That's www.patreon.com/WarFinch. And also, if you like Destiny, I implore you to please check out our new show, Space Police. It would really, it could really do with some early adopters and or supporters. If you could, just give it a listen. And also feedback would be fantastic. That's it. I think that's it. That's gotta be it. All right. I know it's kind of a shorter show. I'm sorry, but we were missing about a third of our content. So
That's true. That's true.
It kind of is true. Rip Aiden. We'll see him next week. Hopefully he's gotten into his car by then and is able to drive it back. But yeah, until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.